leave that right there because we're on the clock now with a minute to explore a handful of notable headlines from the week. First up, a one-time associate of Secretary of State Rebecca Vigil was sentenced this week to 10 years in prison after being found guilty of pilfering $2.5 million in federal funds meant for a voter education campaign, and 2 other associates were also convicted in that scheme. Vigil, who maintains her innocence, was initially charged but never indicted, and charges were later dismissed. Attorney General Gary King has appealed the dismissal. So, Rob, let me start with you. Do you think she could? I appreciated your piece in Watchdog this week. Is really kind of her willingness to talk about this. And it was really quite startling.
Really, Rebecca, keep returning my phone calls. Good, because most times they clam up, and their attorney might be tearing their hair out.
Is she escaping on a technicality here, or is there something?
Well, I don't know if you can call it a technicality, because the state judge said that this thing had gone on for so long. There are 8 judges during the course of this thing, and they say that justice delayed is justice denied.
That's right. Interesting. Alexa, what do you think the upshot is here for anybody? For her?
I mean, I think, in a public perception kind of way, this has also dragged on for way too long, and it has made Gary King look bad. It's definitely a mark against him, and he spoke to you sort of arguing, well, this is a success, we finally brought these people to trial, but he's still going to have to face the fact that it's hard to believe she had no knowledge of any of this and was completely innocent.
20 seconds, Tracy, what your thought when you saw this?
Well, I just think, it's hard. It's going to be hard for her to come out looking like a winner, even if, she's officially been kind of, exonerated. I think it would be very hard for her to rebuild.
Yeah,
I remember when she was she was the star.
That's right.
I remember
rising
those
star
days.
in Democrat circles.
Yeah,
absolutely. Going to hold you there out of time on that one. New Mexico's Republican State Representative Steve Pearce is calling to end all military aid to Egypt. In the wake of the Army's takeover and the resulting violence, there is a split in Congress over the issue, and not just down party lines. Some say reducing aid could reduce U.S. influence at a critical time, while others say continuing aid after a military coup is unacceptable. Russell, although now they're being cautious, we have this other part of our delegation, all Democrats, who are saying, let's just hold our powder for the moment. What do you think of the possibilities they'll come out and join Mr. Pearce on this?
Pearce is, coming off is becoming a maverick more and more. I mean, not only this, but on immigration. When saying that I'm for enforcement, but I don't like the border wall.
Right.
He's positioned himself like that. In fact, the immigrant groups that are going out there protesting or having conversations have said, they, even though they may be disagree with on certain issues, they've been able to have discussions. So he's positioned himself that way. In fact, there's a crew taping him for some documentary out there. So
seriously?
Maybe hear more from Mr. Pearce.
Interesting. I could see on the Senate side, our senators having a tough time coming out and saying something like this because it has huge implications. But should our delegation be weighing in on this in your view?
I'm not really sure. I really don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Rob, what do you think?
I think Pearce is ahead on this one. I think a lot of Americans on both sides of the aisle feel that they see the violence going on in Egypt, and they see, why are we spending money there?
That's right. Over 1,000 deaths in a short period of time. It's just a huge tragedy. Is he a maverick here, or is he just taking advantage of a moment?
Oh no, I don't think he's just taking advantage of a moment. I think, like Rob said, there's some real public outrage at what's happening and the fact that we're helping fund it. So it's more surprising to me, I guess, that the administration is holding back so far on saying it's a coup.
That's right.
So
that little word there has huge implications. Now, the New Mexico Supreme Court sent the issue of gay marriage to the lower courts. In Las Cruces, the Doña Ana County clerk begins issuing same-sex marriage licenses, and Attorney General Gary King says he won't intervene to stop the clerk. All of this in the space of a week. Tracy, is New Mexico gaining a little momentum here to legalize same-sex marriage? We had talked about this here at this table some weeks ago, that once a county clerk cracks this open, it's going to be like dominoes falling over, and we've had it happen now.
Well, yes and no. I mean, if you read Gary King's, I think it was a memo that he sent out the day that the county clerk in Doña Ana was issuing the marriage licenses, he kind of was saying, well, I've told county clerks that they shouldn't probably do this, but now one has done it. I do think that the laws that we have now are unconstitutional. So it's, I think it's okay for them to do it, but they really shouldn't do it.
Right.
So it's kind of sort of wishy-washy, and I'll get back to you later. We're going to research this, and I'll get back to you later.
That's right.
So I don't know if the dam really has broken or not.
Sure.
I thought it was really, I thought it was really neat though to see all those happy couples down in Las Cruces. I mean, there's just so much joy, and if you can't look at that and be happy, then
It's pretty interesting how folks just got in their car and went. It's not exactly around the
Yes.
corner, like a bunch of people
Russ
just
was
sort of
telling me
fly down
that
there.
there were people in line this morning.
This morning, there's 7 people from Algodones and Carlsbad and Santa Fe. Where they're
it's
waiting
hard,
morning.
Does
hard
this
to be
speak-
hard to roll that back.
Exactly, and I think I appreciate you making that point, because does this now speak to what's going on now? Now that this thing is rolling downhill,
It's significant.
you
It's
know.
a Doña Ana County. This is the birthplace that gave the political birth of Governor Martinez.
Yeah.
This is a purple district. This isn't Santa Fe. This is not in Taos. This is a relatively moderate to conservative to some liberal area.
Sure, interesting. Your thoughts on this? What's the ramifications here?
3 different things. This might be happening on the county level. It could. You mentioned the domino theory. The legislature might be tackling this in January, or maybe voters will get to this. But I think that the momentum's going one
Interesting.
direction.
Now, the community you live in, there's been a shot taken at this already. People are trying, and a couple of suits, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, well, I would say the significant part is actually the lawsuit. So the Supreme Court, the state Supreme Court said we're not going to rule on this right now, but take it back to the district court and you get expedited review. So this case will move fast, and that'll be significant. I think that might even come before the legislature
There you
gets to
go.
weigh in.
That's the trick right there. Former Governor Gary Johnson is boiling mad at the National Security Agency, and he's launched an online drive called, quote, Stand Up for the Fourth. To counterattack the NSA's domestic surveillance programs, Rob, you interviewed Governor Johnson for the New Mexico Watchdog. Is it worth taking away a few civil liberties, for these things? I know you prompted the ex-governor with these types of questions. He had a pretty testy response, didn't he?
He's boiling mad about this thing.
Yeah.
And when he says the Fourth, he's talking about the Fourth Amendment, which protects people against unreasonable searches and seizures. As a journalist, I find this story very interesting because it's one of the rare cases where the extreme left and the extreme right touch. Right? Because you've got the extreme left, they don't like these things.
That's right.
They consider Bradley Manning and Edward Snowden and Julian Assange to be heroes. And you have the extreme right who don't like big government. They don't like it either. So this is an interesting story. And also from a libertarian standpoint, to add a third layer to this, libertarians have been saying from the very beginning they didn't like the Patriot Act, and now they're saying now the chickens are coming home to roost.
That's right. Has Gary Johnson found a new endeavor? I mean, president, that thing, whatever. But you know what I mean? This has.
He was on the marijuana kick for a long time,
that's right too, right?
the legalization of drugs, and I don't think he's given that up. But yeah, I think this is a great niche for him,
Yeah.
for sure.
Interesting. Tracy, your thoughts?
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And I've, come across some national interviews with him, so I think he is riding this.
Yeah.
And it's a good niche.
He seems like the right personality to carry this message, doesn't it? He seems like that.
Yeah.
The right kind of.
We get tons of spam. His spam I never delete. I'm always reading that. No matter what, I'm clicking this.
He's got something to say.
Yeah.
Always. Exactly. New subject. We mourn the sudden passing of State Representative Stephen Easley after a short illness. A freshman legislator whose district included southeastern Santa Fe County. He only served one session, yet colleagues say he made a significant impact. Now a replacement will be nominated by boards of commissioners from the 4 counties he served, with Governor Martinez making the final decision. Of course, Alexa, Senior Representative Easley, I only had a chance to meet him one time. I was just at an animal rights thing in Santa Fe. A passionate guy, and absolutely, I would stream some of his testimony from the floor during the legislature, and I would say to myself, this is a freshman? He was so confident. Interesting, the loss. Your thoughts on his impact in one short session up there?
I think he was a good voice for Santa Fe, and of course his district's really interesting because it's so varied. He represents 4 counties, 2 red, 2 blue.
Right.
But I remember him as being really kind, and yet then he would, steal underneath.
That's right.
I've been in a few forums where he'll just, tell people what's up, which you
right.
appreciate.
That's
It's
right. He
good.
was not easily rolled, was he?
No,
As a freshman.
No, I think the other interesting layer to this story is what happens next.
Yeah.
2 of the county commissions are democratically based or have Democratic majorities. 2 have Republican majorities. So does the governor put a Republican in there?
That's right.
He easily won with nearly 56% of the vote.
Right.
So, but on the other hand, 2 years ago, Lisa Curtis sort of got in through the back door as a Democrat
Right.
here in Albuquerque. So if the governor does get a Republican in there, Democrats will howl, but they can't howl too loud after what happened with Lisa Curtis.
Interesting. I'm going to hold you all there because the bell just rang, as they say. But Alexa, I want you to tell us what's next for you in life. You have an exciting thing coming
I
up.
do have an exciting thing. I'm heading to Stanford University for a night fellowship in journalism. So I'm going to research. I'm going to save journalism, basically.
Really interesting. And what angle of the state of journalism? I'm curious.
I'm looking at revenue models for local journalism. So based on alt weeklies, which is my experience.
Well, you can't say this. I will. That's a big time fellowship. Not everybody can get
Thanks.
that. You know what I mean? That's a big deal. Good for you. We're going to miss you. So come back and stay
miss you
around,
guys
would you? Okay. Thanks, guys. Great Friday night. Good stuff.
Thank you.
As always, all of us here at New Mexico in Focus appreciate your time and your effort to stay informed and engaged. Catch up with us anytime on social media by searching New Mexico in Focus, and you can find archived videos and often bonus material from our shows on our YouTube channel. I'm Gene Grant. We'll see you next week in Focus.